Hello, my name is Josephine Lang, and today I'd like to talk to you about a few tools that I've learned that have been very helpful for me in releasing patterns of negative thought. We all have them. We need to just accept ourselves and love ourselves anyway. Have had a lot of injuries, and so I've had a fair amount of what they call PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome. And we can overcome these types of negative thought patterns, which can really make our lives very troubled and very miserable, and can make our whole world experience much smaller. And so what we want to do is to grow more expansive and to grow our souls. And so learning how to release these negative thought patterns is a really good idea. And for the most part, it takes our attention, putting our attention, noticing when these thought patterns come over us, and then taking a little bit of time and our persistence to just work with ourselves and imagine something that is not so terrible. So one of the things that I like to do when I'm noticing that I'm having some negative thought patterns is to imagine myself standing on the stage of my life. And what I do then is I create an imaginary scene where I'm standing on the stage and the Keystone Cops come out and they whirl around me on their tricycles and miniature little trucks and cars and things, and they just drag that character that is me off the stage. They usher me off the stage, and then I let a new me come onto the stage of my life. And then with that new me, I think different thoughts. I have some thoughts at the ready, some thoughts that I would rather think instead, like, for instance, oh, this could be terrible, I might hurt myself, to think instead, oh, this will be easy and full of grace, and I can very coordinatedly move through the world and experience a beautiful end result. So having those extra thoughts at the ready, those positive ones that we'd like to replace with, is a good idea. Another tool that I'll sometimes use on the stage of my life is the shepherd's crook. You perhaps remember from the old vaudeville acts, they used to have a big crook that they could send out from the wings, from the sidelines of the curtains to the side of the stage. And they would hook somebody who was not being appreciated, that the audience was maybe not liking so much, and they would just drag that character right off the stage with the shepherd's crook. I do the same thing when I'm having these negative thought patterns, and I allow myself to put in thoughts that I would rather think instead. Now, another thing that we can do is we can use prayer to help us to release our thoughts. And just asking for help. So often we forget to ask, and so we can ask for help with releasing our negative thought patterns, and help will be given. So the basic, what we want to do is we want to notice our thoughts, then we want to be accepting of ourselves and loving ourselves anyway, and being gentle and kind with ourselves as we go ahead and allow ourselves to come up with that, whatever tool or technique we can think of inside of ourselves to help ourselves to release those negative thoughts and replace them with thoughts that we'd rather think instead. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope that you have a beautiful day.